All right, we are live. Hello, everybody. Gonna go through a few coins. Hopefully, let's see what we got. Got a few pennies. Luckily, still getting a few of these. Go through some of this. Hey, Jared, welcome in. I guess Coach must have ended his stream. Look at there. There's the ring of death. Well, that's kind of ugly. Hey. He did? Okay. All right. Well, I didn't want anybody to leave him, so I'm glad he was done before anybody come over. But I appreciate you stopping in. There's been a copper already. Let's see what we got. There's 2003. That may be another copper. It is. What was that? 63. Man, my focus ain't focusing very good. Let me see if I can't fix this. Well, that didn't help at all. All right. Well, we'll just go through them and see what happens. Flat Tire Farms, what's that about? Hmm. I can't get this thing to focus at all. Or maybe it's just my eyes ain't focusing. I don't know. Either way, I can't. I'm going blind. I don't know. I'm getting old. Either way. All right. I just got stopped. And I'm about to get aggravated because I can't get this thing to do its focus right. All this other junk, maybe I can get some of that out of the way and maybe it'll try to focus in. Maybe not. That's a little better. Anyway, it's a 92. A couple that live off the grid in Alaska. My wife's got a friend that did that. Him and his wife and their family just left Alabama and moved to Alaska. And that's what they do. They live off the land up there and they make stuff and sell it and things. That's a 92. My hands are still shaking from driving, and I can't tell. Yeah, I can see it is 92. I was just trying to see. That's the. Can't tell if that's the close AM or the wide AM. I'll just look over here. That's the wide. Thought I'd get lucky and find one of them close AMs, but anyway, if we get some people in here, we're gonna try to do some drawings. I got some junk to give away. Some junk, some good junk, some bad junk. I'm gonna get rid of these pennies and just start looking through some nickels because I can't see them real good. $2008 and 20. There's a 90 something. I can't see it. I don't know. I'm getting, like I said, I'm getting old. I'm getting blind. It's not very clear. It's 24. 2015. 94. 89 with some corrosion. There's a 23. And it doesn't have the extra V, it doesn't look like. Nope. Hey, I'm wearing glasses and I can't even see the date, Jared. That's pretty bad. And then you get them like that and nobody can see the date. 85. I can see some of them. 25. 19 Denver. It's just the new ones, I think, is the only ones that I can see. But anyway, there's a 77. That's a copper. That's a keeper. 2019. 23. Looking for that extra V. Don't don't think I see it. I can put it over on the scope, but anyway, if you're Jared, if you're the only one here, when I do my giveaways, I guess you're gonna win one. I got a lot of junk here to choose from for subscribers and such. $24. I'll get through this little roll of pennies that I'm almost done with, and I'll show you what I'm going to give away, or the stuff to choose from. Anyway, you can see some of it right there on the screen. But 94, 74. That's a keeper, copper keeper. Yeah, I know they come in, they come and go. Probably there's a chance if I run this across the screen that somebody might stick around. May not. It's 82 Denver. Don't know if it's copper or not. It looks copper. It's the large date. I'm going to say it's copper. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't. It's not showing that that I'm on live. Well, I'm still trying to get used to how this live thing works. 74. That's a copper. It's a keeper. Man, the copper's getting more valuable. Maybe one of these days it'll be worth keeping. I don't know why it's not showing live. I'm not sure. 21, 17p. That one's got some weird toning to it. 2011. Hmm. Well, I don't know. I may have to go in and check my settings. I'll just have to look and see. That's just nasty. And 75. Well, there's some copper in that roll anyway. So let's see. Yeah, I don't. Jared said that it don't show up that I'm live. I don't know why. Not exactly sure about all that. But I was thinking there was a yeah, I was thinking there was a I don't know, Jared. Maybe it's because maybe the signal or something. I'm not sure. Uh, let me let me check this out. See. Yeah, it's saying on my end that it's showing live, but I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, we're gonna do some giveaways here in just a little bit. Probably won't be too long because I probably won't stay on here a long time. But yeah, I don't know. I was trying this new thing anyway. Some of the stuff that I was planning on putting up for giveaways, these little commemorative. Some people call them gold backs, but they're not. You know, they're uh, they're 24 karat gold foil plated or whatever. But got an army, a navy, and I believe that's a Joe Montana. Got a whole lot of coins. There's an S proof. That's one in presidencies. Double die coin. 1920 Buffalo nickel. That thing's ugly, but I pulled it out of a roll a little while back. It's really ugly, but it is a 1920, and the dates on it. The gold bills, they're just they're commemorative gold bills. They're 24 karat gold plated. Uh, Army, Navy, and Joe Montana. I got a couple more different kinds. Uh, but I don't know where they went. There's that guy. If you're a Star Wars fan, and that guy, and he's not from Star Wars. Yeah, they're 24 karat gold plated gold backs they call them, but they're not the actual gold backs that you can get from the states. Anyway, I got a spitting horse. Um, those are the years. These are all wheat pennies. That'll go as one pick. A couple of 79 Philadelphia Susan B. Anthony's, 24 P&D nickels. That's a Beehive error nickel. Uh, it's got some issues. I don't know if anybody's. I don't know if anybody's checked out or knows what a Beehive error is, but I just learned it recently. That's what it is. It's a die chip on the side of the Monticello building, and anyway, that's over there on the left. So anyway, that's what that is. I got a 26 semi-quincentennial nickel. It's the 1776 to the 2026, and then got the Mayflower quarter from 26. I got some Ike dollars, a bicentennial Denver. There's a 36 nickel. Uh, Another Ike dollar, type 172D, another bicentennial, and then I got a few pieces of silver that we might give away. It's a war nickel, Roosevelt dime, Kennedy half dollar, Washington quarter, 42, and cards. Got cards. Got Derek Jeter. There's a bunch of them in here. I don't know. I don't know a lot of the baseball guys. Some of them I do. Will Smith, Lawrence Butler. There's a Brooks Lee rookie card. These are all from, I think these are 25. Uh, the Stadium Club. And Logan Henderson, Yamamoto, Nolan Ryan. Some of these are not the Stadium Clubs. There's a James Wood. There's a Roger Craig. Puckett. Akeem Olajuwon. Rod Woodson. Dan Marino. Sammy Sosa. Joe Montana. Yeah. Bobby Bonds. Eddie Murray. Barry Bonds. Don Mattingly, Junior Seau, Barry Bonds. Yeah, so there's a Randall Cunningham, Mark McGuire, James Lofton. And I got some other stuff here we might put up to choose from. Anyway, you never heard of the Beehive error? Is that what you're talking about, Jared? Retro Mouse. Welcome in. Britt Brett. Anyway, all right. I guess we'll look at some nickels, and matter of fact, let me just go ahead. If I can find my pen. Well, thank you so much. Is it Gazelle or Giselle? I don't know how to say these names. Coach over on his channel, he just throws them names out, and I look at them, and I'm just so confused. I can say Vogel at the end, but anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and put you down on the board for the drawing, and if if you're not here, it doesn't really matter. I don't have a lot of people, so if you come back and if you leave and come back and see that your name came up, I'll put the email in the comments and just send me an email and we'll get you. Or just remind me next time I'm on or something, and you can pick something out. That'll work. Giselle Vogel 6735. I guess that's it. Well, all right. Well, thank you for coming in and hitting the like. Like I said, we're gonna go through some of these nickels, and we might even play the game. I just copy coach on all of it, but there's a 17p. He'd probably like to have some of these. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got some. All right, Giselle, that's cool. Well, like I said, I know you got to get some rest, but if you come back and watch, I'm gonna spin the wheel here in just a little while. If if I can get a few more people on here, and uh, there'll be things to pick. You don't have to be present to win. Just let me know next time. Next time I'm on, and we'll take care of it. Anyway, there's some star notes and some $2 bills too to pick from. Yeah, I know it, Jared. I know it. Look, it's always cool to get free stuff though. So we all like free stuff. Pretty much most of what I've won off coaches, I'm gonna turn around and give it away on here, so it'll be passed around. So anyway, that's a pretty nice looking 76. You like star notes? Is that what you're talking about, Giselle, or the $2 bills or whatever? I love the star notes. I found a few. That is just nasty looking. Can't even tell what the date on that is. Is it a 1980 Philadelphia? Oh yeah, I'm on there. I was on there tonight. I'm on there just about every night. I was on there tonight, and then I was watching him after the after show go through the uh, go around Vegas and played a little bit of slots, and yeah. Hey, does anybody want to try to guess what date of that is? I'm betting it's probably the same thing that everybody guesses because there's so many of them. But get it right. No, I don't know if that's what that is. Probably not. Oh, Coach is funny. He is hilarious. And he's pretty much the same in person. Anyway, we'll just go ahead and reveal it's 85, and I'd have never got it. So some of these nickels that I got in this box are pretty decent looking nickels. As a 2010 P, I keep those 8, 9s, and 10s. Coach taught me that, and there's an 82. Keep all your 82s and 83s. And that one has got some kind of yuck on it. Yeah, I was way off too. I didn't I didn't expect that. It looked rough. It's had a rough life, but anyway, well, I'm a little close. There's a 99. 77. I don't know what that was. It just fell on the floor, but it wasn't, probably wasn't worth looking at. Well, the 82s and 83s, they didn't make, I forgot now, they didn't make a mint set, I'm pretty sure, for those years. So, or they didn't, I believe it was there wasn't a mint set. No, I don't remember. But either way, there's like few of the 82s and 83s, and the 2009s, 10s, and 11s. Well, I know the 9s and 10s, and I'll have to go back in the book and look, but they're low mintage. When the country went through the recession, they backed off on them. So that's some of the reasons why you keep some of them. 79. That's a 99. It's pretty rough too. It's a pretty nice looking 2000. It's not as nice as I thought it was, but still, yeah, it's pretty beat up. But yeah, if you go online, look on eBay, they're selling them they're selling them for over face value. They're going to be worth a lot more in several years if you find some decent ones. There's a nice 25 Philadelphia. I keep the 24s because they're very low mintage, and the 25s, I don't know, I just like them. Plus, they're selling rolls for a lot more. Y'all want to try to guess on a $250 bill? Well, I guess that's good for people that need $250 bills. I don't know why they would do. I mean, they did. They've made $500 bills and $1,000 bills. I've never seen them in person, but I guess it's all right. Uh, I don't know that. I guess maybe because I don't know. Did they tell why they were thinking about making them? So you're keeping the 2025s too, Jared? Uh, I don't think that'll ever happen, nor do I think it should. You know, it's always been the person has to be dead first. So, well, they're going to be worth a premium. The 25s, I mean, there's a lot of people that are trying to sell them now. I don't know what they're getting for them. I had several of them that I sold on eBay and got. Uh, I don't remember what it was about. God, I don't even remember what I sold them for. Excuse me. I know it was probably. Let's see. I think I sold them for $7 a roll or something. So I made a little bit off of them, but you could probably sell them for a lot more than that. I saw them going for more than that. So I don't know. I'd hang on to them though. I know that I wouldn't get rid of them right now. I mean, you could and make money off of them, but it's just going to be they're going to be worth more later on. So anyway, we'll go through one more roll and then we'll see if anybody else is showing up or whatever. And if not, then I guess you and Giselle are winners. I can spin it just to see it happen. I lost my opening tool. Oh well. I think, let me see. Man, I'm doing everything. You know, I drive a truck and I do everything out of this truck. So I don't have a huge amount of room to keep everything and do everything. So it's kind of, let's see. These are my, no, these rolls are the 24s. I've got, I got a few 24 rolls. And then I've got probably, I don't know, I've probably got 10 or 15 of the 25 rolls somewhere in here. I don't know what I've done with them. That's a 25p. They're not, they don't say Loomis on them though. Now they may have come out of a Loomis box, but I don't. Well, I just found a bunch of, I didn't even know I still had these. Just found a bunch of Ike dollars. 71, 72. That one looks pretty good. There's a bicentennial, another bicentennial, another bicentennial. Y'all know my hands look bad. Part of it's from these coins and part of it is from my truck. I bought this truck new in 19 and I've got about 900,000 miles on it. So I'm kind of always having to work on it, do something to it. That's a odd colored 72. There's a 71 and another bicentennial. Wow, I didn't even know I had all them. Yeah, the prisons got to have them deliveries too. I deliver to some prisons occasionally. It just depends on what, you know, what I get and the rates and all that. So Rates have been terrible for a while, but anyway, I'll tell you what we'll do. If anybody else is watching, I don't think there's anybody else watching, but I can't tell. But anyway, if anybody else says John Cannon, how you doing, John? Welcome in. You got here just in time because I'm going to spin the wheel for a drawing. So we'll throw you on there too. And y'all don't worry about my spelling because I can't type, and so it is what it is. Wow, I don't even know. Huh, 3 people with 5 likes, huh? Well, all right. I know there's 3 people on my wheel right there. Like I said, I don't have a lot of space, so y'all just have to bear with me. Anyway, we're going to shuffle you guys up, and then we're going to spin the wheel. And let's see, it's Giselle. Giselle. So, Giselle, did you see anything you wanted? I think you said something about star notes, maybe. I have not seen the new dimes yet. I got, like I said, I got the Mayflower quarter, and I've got the nickel, and that's the only two that I've actually seen, other than the halves that Coach had on his stream. But anyway, I don't know if you said you wanted one of these star notes or a $2 bill. Anyway, if you can tell me what you want to look at, and I will show it to you, or I'll show you the rest of these other things. And let's see. I don't know. And I had these things too. I don't know if you guys saw if you were here whenever I was showing what I had to choose from. But anyway, if you want any of that stuff, that's cool. Pick a star note. Well, let's see. That one's kind of rough. That's a 2017. That's a 2021, and it's really rough. But it's let's see. Where'd the other ones go? Here they are. 1498 7598. A little place on it. This one needs an iron. That's a 2017. I don't know. They're all about the same to me. That's probably the one that I would want if I picked out of that group. So anyway, we'll do that. And somewhere I've got a little thing I'll stick it in to where maybe it won't get damaged on its way. All right. Just so I don't forget who it's for. I'm not as fancy and quick as Coach, so y'all just have to bear with me. Anyway, Giselle V is what I'm gonna put on this paper, and that will be there. And let's see. Tell you what, Mike can make this easier. I don't know. Oh, I didn't go over the rules, so we can do that. And if you know familiar with Coach's stuff, there's the email Michael Duke 7026 at gmail.com. Michael Duke 7026 at gmail.com. So anyway, giveaways are free to enter, no purchase necessary. YouTube is not a sponsor of any contest or drawing on this channel. By participating, you release for YouTube. Of any responsibility and any prizes to be awarded. I'm responsible for all aspects of the drawing and the shipping and all that stuff. Any information obtained, whatever addresses and all that, they will be gotten rid of as soon as I ship the stuff off, and it won't be shared with anybody. It will be kept private. Uh, yeah, and you got to comply with the YouTube guidelines and all that good stuff. And so, yeah, there you go. There's Earthquake. Earthquake. We're going to put Earthquake on our fancy wheel. You want to be on the fancy wheel, don't you, Earthquake? Good to see you. Welcome. We'll put you on there, and if you, well, good. Cool. I'm glad you stopped by. Matter of fact, since you're here, we'll if I can get this thing to turn without it falling over. I'm doing everything out of my big rig, so y'all just have to bear with me. Giselle won last one. She won the last one. She got her star note. He, she, they, we. I got to be careful about that. You never know. All right. Just put on there. Put your screen name, and then when you put your name and address, so on there, and just put the $1 star note. But once I see your name, I can go back and your screen name, your username, whatever it is. I can go back and I'll know who I'm dealing with. John Cannon, are you still here, John? John, are you here? Yeah, normally what I do and what Coach does, usually in the subject line, he'll have you put your username, what we see on there, and then just put in the body of the email, just put what you won. And like I said, you can just put star node or whatever, and then put your name and your mailing address, and I'll put it in the envelope. I'll get it in the mail next day or two, and but once I look at your email and all that, that gets wiped away. John Cannon, are you still there? John Cannon, you are not there. There you are. Did you see the? You know anything that I showed a while ago? Do you that you would like to have? Just let me know, and we will be glad to oblige you. All right. While I'm waiting on John, I guess we'll run through the rest of these nickels that I had already opened up. Well, I don't know where the ones I already had opened up, but we'll just look at these ones. What's an 80? There's a 20 Philadelphia. Some of these are just not very good looking at all. 78. There's a 25 that looks pretty good. That's a nice looking 84. Or is that an 82? It's an 82, I think. Oh, about knocked you over. Anything? Well, I can't pick just anything. Yeah, that's an 82. Well, I don't want you to just take anything. I got the 45S War Nickel. It's 35% silver. Got that guy. I got one of the 2026, the new semi-quincentennial nickels, semi-quincentennial quarters. Uh, got the beehive error. 2024 P&D nickels. They're very low mintage. That's both of those guys. Susan B. Anthony dollar. I got two of these guys, so whichever one of those, but they're very nice. They're not all dinged up and everything. I have a pack of wheat pennies. It's 1950, 51, 52, 53, 57, 40, 41, 42, 44, and 45. So if you'd like the wheat pennies, they're not great, but they're not beat up. You can see all the dates on them. And I guess if you don't pick, got some Ike dollars, Buffalo nickel. The 1920 Buffalo nickel I have is really nasty looking. This one's not so bad. It's 1936S. Pretty good looking Buffalo nickel. John says he'll take anything, and he is going to say anything. So, got the spitting horse error. These guys are saved for later. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is a good looking buffalo nickel. You guys want to pick something for John since he don't want to pick? I'll go with whatever anybody says. One, two, three. Okay. I don't know. We'll just pick something for him. Got the baseball cards, of course. Got the star notes. You want the war nickel? All right. What'd I do with it? There it is. Yes, 1945 S, 35% war nickel. It's got the, I don't know if you can see it, but the large mint mark right at the top of the coin over the Monticello building. And that guy is yours, John. You can just send me an email at Michael Duke 70. You can go back and look at it at 2670 at gmail.com. John Cannon. And I will send this out. It'll be a day or two. I'll get it in the mail. So you should get it soon. The war nickel it is. Jared and Earthquake picked it. It's always good to get silver. Can't go wrong with silver. So, all right. We're going to go ahead and. Is anybody in here that wants to be on the wheel that's not on the wheel? Just let me know. Say I am, and we'll put you on the wheel. All right, we're going to shuffle this up. We're going to spin it again, and we're going to see. Well, Giselle's going to get another prize. What do you want, Giselle? Are you still here? Anybody else want on the wheel? I got to let everybody get a chance to win something, Giselle. I hate to say goodbye to you on the wheel, but anyway, just let me know what you want, and we'll get you something. Earthquake, what do you want? Talk to me, Earthquake. I know you wasn't here the whole time, but you've kind of seen everything. I don't know, cards. I don't know if you saw these little commemorative, whatever they're called, 24 karat gold foil covered notes. I got the Navy, the Army, and Joe Montana, and then I got I don't know what I did with them. Got this guy. I don't know much about Star Trek, so there you go. And I got this guy. I know who that is. That's Fred Flintstone or somebody. Anyway, you would like a Navy? Perfect. Perfect. It's yours. It's going to go in one of these fancy little plastic hickeys, and then it's going to go in another little hickey, and then I'll put it in the mail to you as soon as I get your information and stuff, and we'll go. I really like that's the reason I got all of these. Really, it was because of the Navy. Um, got people that served in the Navy, and I got them for gifts, and ended up getting a few of them. So, what are you talking about? I'm funny. I ain't funny. Fred Flintstone, he's popular. He's one of the best superheroes, if I'm not mistaken. Who was it? Oh, Earthquake. All right, Earthquake. We're good. All right. Anybody else want to get on this wheel? I know there's a few more people watching. All you got to do is just say I do, and I will put you on there. Giselle, I missed your comment, but I got you the spitting horse. Spitting horse. What did I do with the spitting horse? It's in here somewhere. Somewhere. There you are. I don't know if I can get my camera's good enough to get that spitting horse, but I will try to get a good angle. Yeah, you can kind of see it. There it is. You see him? Just spitting down there. Anyway, it's a 99 Philadelphia spitting horse. It is yours as well, Giselle. Robert, I'm not going to try it. Well, I am going to try Barreras. Robert Barreras, you are on the wheel. Robert. Robert B. I guess it could be a cigarette horse, but you know, they're not calling it a cigarette horse on eBay and PCGS and all those guys. NGC. Giselle Vogel. So you got the star note and the spitting horse, Giselle. Well, sure you can. Earthquake. You most certainly can. I was going to keep spinning until you won again. So if you want both of them, isn't that pretty? I like that guy. There's not enough gold in there for it to be worth anything because it's just a plating, but it's still 24 karat gold. All right, Earthquake, you got it. The Army and the Navy golden $100 are yours. I've got them in the pack. You're very, very welcome. You're very welcome. All right. Anybody else want to be on that wheel? We still got, oh, Earthquake, you got to go. Nah, we'll leave you on there, but because I want to see you win. But anyway. All right. Anybody else? Tick, 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 tick. All right. Let's shuffle it up. Man, I suck with the camera. Y'all just have to forgive me about it. John Cannon. John Cannon. So you've won for the second time there, John Cannon. And I'll just wait to see if you'll pick yourself something out. I didn't shuffle, but anyway. So, Robert. You still here, Robert? Robert, Robert. Those golden dollars you talking about, Jared? Robert, you said MB. What is MB? Earthquake, yeah, it's I'm gonna put it in the description, but the one that it's a new one. I'm gonna have to double check, but it's Michael. Let me just write it down. Anyway, it's Michael Duke 7020 2670 7020. Oh, now you're gonna make me go back and put it on the screen. 7026. Michael Duke 7026 at Gmail. All right. Michael Duke 7026 gmail.com. Oh, my bad. Okay. I got you. All right. There's the email. And I'll show it again in just a bit. Robert, what do I have? Okay. What I've got right now is. All right. Let me just get these. I've got these golden hickeys here. There's a Joe Montana and that guy from Star Wars. I don't know. I don't know if that's Luke or whatever. And then you got this guy here that's Fred Batman or Fred Flintstone or I don't know. Anyway, got those guys. I got. Let me just pick these up where I can. All right. We got Buffalo Nickel, 1936. It's a good looking coin. Got these two are for later, maybe. All right. I got a, I do have a piece of silver here. I've got a 1941 silver dime. I got a 1964 Roosevelt silver dime. I got two Susan B. Anthony Philadelphia dollar coins. I got the 2026 Mayflower, the new semi-quincentennial. I've got the 10 wheat pennies. Those are the years. Other Susan B. Anthony. That's not one because I'm going to use it later on a different drawing. Uh, Another Ike dollar. The 2026 semi-quincentennial nickel. The other one was the quarter. That's the 2020 with the beehive error, which is the die chip on the side of the thing. 2024 P&D nickel. 1920 really ugly buffalo nickel. And these are Ike dollars. I got a 2000 S proof. You want a Susan B dollar coin? I'm still going through them. I'm almost done now. Anyway, and then that's a 2009 presidency BU, and that's just a couple of ugly coins that nobody wants. So I'll put them over here with the ugly coin nobody wants them pile. All right. Yes, these are the golden hickeys. All right. You said Susan B. Anthony dollar coin. All right. Susan B., where are you? Both of them are Philadelphia. I'll let you see them, maybe. Anyway, got that one, which is pretty nice. And the other one, I didn't give the other one away. No, here it is. Okay. They're both in pretty good shape. I'd say this one's probably the bit nicest, so we'll do that one if that's what you want. And I also have, I didn't finish, so you might want to see the rest of it. So I'll leave this right here. I got the baseball cards, football cards. I don't know. I don't know if there's a hockey in there or not, but anyway. I don't know if you're into any of those, but there's some pretty good ones. There's a Dan Marino football. Anyway, and then I've got the Star Note dollars. There's the L14. The other one was a B032 started with. That one is a G004. And then I got some $2 bills. So anyway, I got the Susan B for you. And if you change your mind or if you decided on something else, just let me know. I don't know why he does it in front of the camera, but it's easier for me to do it away from the camera. But anyway. God, there's a lot of letters in that name. All right, Robert. There you go. So that leaves Jared. What did you want, Jared? Jared is the picker. Jared's been here the whole time, been with me the entire time, and not one time did his name pop up. But it'll pop up now. I guarantee it'll pop up now because he's the only one left. Do you want to see your name come up, Jared? Because I mean, I'll be happy to let you see it. There you go with the lopsided wheel. All right, Jared. Well, and let's see who wins this one. Jared, God, two in a row. Jared won two in a row. All right, Jared. Yeah, sure. You want the Montana? Not the Fred Flintstone, but that guy. Whichever one. And if you want to pick something else, you're welcome to pick something else. One of those two and something else. You are lucky. You're the luckiest one guy on the wheel. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Okay, you want this guy? Who is that? Is that Luke or whatever his name is? He got a sword in his hand. He looks violent. I know who that is. All right. Jared Hallbaker. Obi-Wan. I've heard that. Obi-Wan Kenobi. I saw the original Star Wars, the first one when it first came out, and I haven't seen any of the others. And I know there's been several. So I know Empire Strikes Back and I don't know. Final Frontier, but that was a different kind of a sci-fi show. So anyway, all right, Jared, you got those guys there. What a lucky guy. Anakin Skywalker, I think Vader. Yoda as a baby and the bounty hunter. The guy that did the bounty hunter show or Dog the bounty hunter? Oh, okay. Anakin Skywalker is who that is. Okay, is that like one of their kids? Is that Luke's child, son, or something, or daughter? Earthquake knows a thing or two. Giselle knows a thing or two. Jared, you don't know nothing. Okay, on Star Wars. Gotcha. So there's a bounty hunter on Star Wars. I'm telling you, I saw the original when it first came out at the theater and haven't seen any of them other than just advertisements and stuff like that. So I remember Darth Vader and the girl with the buns on the side of her head. Jared. All right, your name's on them. They're ready to go. So if you guys get me that stuff, send it over to me. Excuse me, I'll get you guys loaded up and out of there. I'll find a post office that I can pull an 18 wheeler into. Of course, that's what happened with another package that I sent, and I sent it priority mail, and it took like 17 days to get there. So, Princess Leia, yes, that's correct. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking Princess Leia, or could have been Betty Rubble. I didn't. I knew it was one of the two. KJ in Ohio, how are you? Welcome in. You got here really late, but I'm glad you got here. Well, all right, guys. I don't know if I got one of them fancy green screens like Coach ends with, but I do have this fancy subscribe button. I got one of those, and I hadn't been to bed yet either, Earthquake. But I don't have a real dangerous job or anything. You know, I just you guys need to get some rest. And Coach needs to does his show earlier. Tomorrow's Saturday. Are you guys working? Is everybody working? Or are you off? Or Leia's Luke's twin sister, children of Anakin Skywalker, who is Darth Vader. So the person on that thing was Darth Vader. I guess I'm gonna have to just spend a day or two watching Star Wars movies so that I can talk to people about Star Wars. Jared, you need to get some sleep. There's that beehive error again. In case you haven't seen it, it's on a few of the different newer coins, and most of the time it's on Philadelphia. But they're looking at the coin the way we're looking at it over on the left side. There's a die chip, and they call it a beehive error. You can find it on eBay and places, but it's a for real error. And then I've got a couple of them with where you can tell they've made the repair. But anyway, all right, earthquake. I wanted to. How do I work that out where I don't have a job? I'd like to work that out. I got grandbabies and children and dogs, and everybody wants to eat. They all want to, weird stuff like have air conditioner, heater, power, water, phones, and stuff. They're just picky people around me. I didn't know that about you, Jared. I'm sorry. Yeah, even people um, that retire, they a lot of them miss working. Uh, it's easy for people to say, "Yeah, I'm not gonna miss it or whatever," but especially if you end up homebound. So that's tough. Okay, cool. I love that storm spotting stuff. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I've never heard of that. You know, Jared, the vaccines, I don't even get me started. you know, and I'm not talking about this stuff from recent years. I back, I don't know how many years it was. I got the flu vaccine and I was in the hospital for a week, both lungs full of pneumonia. It was bad. Never again. You mentioned vaccine to me, and I, that's only one of the few things that you'll see me run from. Wow, I'm sorry, man. That's tough. That's tough. Well, I'll definitely be praying for you. You know, I'm a believer in everything happens for a reason, and I don't know what the reasons are. We've all got something or had something or gonna get something or something's gonna happen to everybody. Don't know why, but I trust in God, and you know, that's just that's who I am. I believe that He's in control, and He's not going to let things happen without a purpose or plan or reason, especially when it seems like they're bad. Yeah, that's a tough situation. I've never heard of it, but I'm going to do a little research on it. You'd think I'd know a little bit about it, but I don't. I used to be in the medical field, wasn't a doctor or anything like that, but I was a medic for several years. Awesome, awesome, awesome. People homeless and people with addictions and mental health problems are a passion of mine. Um, really care a lot about those folks, and yeah, yeah. And I'm glad, if nothing else, it made you stronger in your faith. That's great. Absolutely great. Yeah, actually, out here on the road, my wife used to go with me out on the truck, and we uh, we talked about it several times because we always, always helping. the homeless in any way we can. And people say what they want to about, oh, you shouldn't do this or didn't shouldn't do that. Well, look, I'll deal with God about what I do to help, and they can deal with God about what they do with that help. So, but yeah, I was actually she came up with the idea of making, rather than just stopping at a somebody with a sign and handing them a few bucks or whatever, making up basically some Ziploc bags with like a water, a protein bar, some hygiene products, maybe some deodorant, a little toothbrush and toothpaste, and maybe a few dollars in there with it, to where you can just actually hand them something with substance, and maybe even a little New Testament or something, Bible, pocket Bible or something. But rather than just giving somebody a few dollars and driving off, they get a little more out of it. And hopefully whenever I do deal with people, I try to pray with them and for them right then and there. uh, you never know what got somebody where they're at. A go bag, okay. All right, yeah. I mean, it would be great for me to just keep a box of that on my truck, because I mean, I'm all over the place and I encounter people all the time. Earthquake, I hear you. I hear you. Sometimes it just does somebody good. I- I've not been homeless, been close to it, but I've never been homeless. But my child has, and had a bad addiction problem and all, and just, yeah, yeah. And that was tough. So, and I think that's where really my mind, till you deal with it or have somebody close to you, it's easy to cast judgment. But yeah, yeah, that's great, man. There's such a good group of people uh, that I see on here and on Coach's channel and all, man. People caring about other people. Yes, fear not. Absolutely, Giselle. Fear not is all over the Bible, and yeah, and also, Jesus said, "Whatever you've done unto the least of these, you've done it unto me." So that's great, Jared. That is great. I've had so many people so close to me dealing with addiction, and I just, yeah, being able to do that is a miracle in itself. Being able to let it go like that, because most people can't, and most people have to do it several times before they actually, uh, before they beat it. Appreciate it, guys. I appreciate everybody coming in. It was really great. It was great being able to talk to you and communicate with you guys. Hopefully, I can do it again soon. Jared, you need to get some rest. Earthquake, Giselle, Robert. I can't remember everybody else that's been here, but anyway, thank y'all so much for coming and joining me and watching the live stream. And the email, Michael Duke 7026 at gmail.com. And Robert, just send me an email. Um, if you want to, if you just put in there your screen name there, and then down in the body put, I don't know, just put what you want. Give me your name and address. I'll send you the stuff out in the next day or two, and we will. And all that stuff gets deleted immediately, so nobody gets that information. It's kept private, and so every time you win something, you'll have to give it to me again because I will not keep it and I won't have it. Absolutely, Giselle. Thank you all for coming and joining me, and let's do it again. I appreciate it. You guys are my loyal fans. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much, though. If you just send me an email, I'll also connect with you or whatever, and we'll see what we need. Well, right now I'm in Central Time Zone, Giselle. You never know. From what matter of fact, tomorrow I'll be in the Eastern Time Zone. Every once in a while, I'm in the Pacific Mountain Time. I mean, I'm all over the place. You never know. So, but by tomorrow night, right now I'm in where am I at? I'm in Iowa. Uh, I'll be in. I'm going to Kentucky and then to East Tennessee and then Virginia. So yeah. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate all you guys coming here. Thanks a lot. Y'all just look for me next time. Give me a like if you haven't done it. And yeah, we'll do it again. The name Earthquake, it's all you talking about the Michael Duke, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I kind of wrote it weird, but yeah, it's all one word. And again, I'll put it in the description of this, or I'll put it in, and I don't know if it's in the description on my channel, but I'll put it on there too. I don't know if you caught that earthquake, but Michael Duke's all one word. Michael Duke 7026, no spaces, no lines or anything. Michael Duke 7026 at gmail.com. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream and clean up and get a little sleep before I start driving tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see you guys tomorrow somewhere on one of these shows, channels, maybe this one. Who knows? All right. Well, God bless you guys.